As I pull up, dropping buckets. Yeah, like it's nothing. In the kitchen, chopping onions.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Sports Podcast, where we talk about all things real estate and we bring in all the big heavy hitters in the industry of the sport of real estate. I am your co-host, Arvin Garcia.
And I am your host, Cussimonio. We got a very, very special guest.
Let's go.
Our good friend.
Let's go.
He runs a team of over 500 agents. He started off on entry level as a realtor, doing over 70 transactions, him and an admin, grown that to a small team and scaled that up with multiple expansion teams all across the nation, on track to be the #1 real estate team in the nation. If you are in production, if you're a realtor, or if you're looking to start a team or grow your team or partner with us, this is the podcast for you. Very excited to announce my good friend, my partner, Sonny Narang.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, yo. Sonny's in the building. Bro, what an honor to have Sonny Narang.
You guys gave me no heads up, no questions.
Hey, you look good though,
Thank
man.
you. That's all
Sonny,
that matters.
I like to go backwards. Let's see where you're at first, and we'll go backwards to your kind of how you got here.
Okay.
Where the heck are you right now? And first off, Eric and I are just so honored to be your partner, bro.
Thanks,
Thank you
man.
so much for believing in us.
Feeling's the same.
Yeah, but tell us about where Rise is and where you're at right now and where you see it going.
Yeah, so we have over 600 agents now. We're in 7 different states. I think we've got 13 physical offices. We're growing really quick right now. Our goal is to be the #1 team in the nation, and we're on track.
13 different offices.
Yeah.
600. Bro, you're bigger than some of these brokerages, bro.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. How did we get here?
Hard work. I think obviously a lot of production, great leadership, finding the right people to work with.
Talk to me about how long have you been licensed?
This is my 11th year.
So 11 years, you've done over 3,000 some odd transactions. In the beginning of real estate, what was your journey like?
So I started as an Uber driver.
Oh, shoot.
And I'm driving these 2 kids. I picked them up at 10 o'clock at night around UCLA. And I'm like, what do you guys do? Like, we just made $50,000. I'm like, what? What do you guys do? Like, we sell houses. I'm like, that's it? And like, yeah, man, we got 2 big checks. So I was like, okay, I'm doing real estate. Got a real estate license. I was doing it part-time for a team. I sold 16 houses my first year. Then I became the sales manager and kind of went from there.
Sold 16 houses your first year in real estate, just by yourself trying to guess it?
Doing like 300 open houses.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
it was a lot.
I can't even get my agents to do one.
Yeah.
You did 300.
And that was exaggerated, but more like probably 150. But I was doing them at least every weekend, sometimes 2 a day, definitely every Saturday and Sunday.
Why the team model?
That's the fastest way to learn. It's like steroids. You get training that's hands-on. You get leads. You get collaboration. You get teammates to learn from, and that they want you to grow. It's the best way.
But you kind of went opposite though. You started your own team instead of, or did you join a team?
No, I joined a team. So I joined a team that was in Burbank. They were selling about 150 houses a year. I thought they were the best team in LA when I moved here, so that was why I joined them. But I got to learn from the best. He was taking about 100 listings a year, so I got to experience that. But then it's just fun being in a team environment. I grew up playing sports. I'm much better than Eric at basketball, but I like being around people, watching them grow, and it's fun to learn that way.
Yeah. Incredible. Because the team model, I feel like you avoid a lot of mistakes that you're going to try to do on your own.
Yeah.
And you get to learn faster as opposed to trying to do it on your own.
I've never met an actual top producer that didn't start on a team. And if they did, they're lying to you.
And this is facts. Now that I think about it, most of the top producers I know started on a team and with a crappy ass split. Bro.
I was on a 32% split.
A what?
32%.
Damn, that's better than Eric and I's 10.
90-10?
90-10 the other way around. Bro.
I love it. And, real estate, we always talk about it. It is a sport.
Right.
So you said you played sports.
Yep.
I couldn't tell myself. But what I love about that is like it gives you the resources to learn how to rely on your team.
Right.
Leverage and figure out what you're good at. Right. So when you came in, like, what were some of your struggles? Like, for speaking to the new realtors out there, or those who've been in the business that haven't really got much traction,
right?
What advice would you have for them? Obviously, join a team first and foremost,
right?
And what else?
I mean, when I started, I was dead broke, so that was a struggle. I was 24 years old, so I was really young. A lot of clients said, hey, how many houses have you sold? That was tough to overcome. But I think with repetition, you learn, you get more confident, and it gets a lot easier.
So if they ask how many houses did you sell, how do somebody overcome
I said,
that?
I'm so glad you asked, Arvin. My team and I sold 250 houses last year.
Yeah, because you had a team to leverage. But
Right.
shoot, some of these new agents, if you don't have a team to leverage, you're going to be out of the business. Why do you think real estate's a 90% failure rate?
I think it's a lot of hard work. People see from the outside, they see these big commission checks. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's very emotional. You have to work the weekends. You have to pick up the phone late at nighttime. It's a struggle. And I think staying consistent is a tough thing about real estate, right? You get a commission check, you're all excited, and then you don't have one. It's hard to stay consistent every single day and show up when you don't have a check in sight. You know, you have to always prospect, and you don't see that until 3 months down the line. I think that's really tough.
Yeah, because they don't see a check for some of the efforts that they do, and then they
Right.
quit.
Right.
But that when they quit, it reminds me of that guy that's picking at the diamonds, and he kind of just quits too early.
Right.
That's how I feel a lot of the time. Sometimes, like,
Can I share a story?
yeah, please.
So I started in November of 2015. I think it was 6 months in, and I had no escrows. I had no offers out. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And my mom said, go 30 more days. And I said, okay, 30 days. I'm in at 7 a.m. and I'll leave till 10 p.m. I sat in a suit and tie, and I hit the phone every single day. And on the 28th day, I got my first transaction. And then the week after, I opened 7 escrows.
Shout out, mom.
Yeah.
Shout out to
man.
mom,
Yeah.
man.
Right. And I think it's important for viewers to see this and hear from you, someone who's doing it on a high level now,
Right.
because it's tough in the beginning.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Like you're questioning, is this right for me? Should I be doing this? You almost want to quit. You're running out of money.
Right.
And 6 months in, you might not get your first deal.
At the end of the day, every single top producer got their license one day. They were a new agent at some point, but it's the ones that stay consistent and they lower their ego to learn. And those are the ones that win.
I think that's what it is. I tell my agents that the things that separate a top producer from entry level agent is knowledge and their ability to communicate that knowledge.
Right.
Right. And so just because you're not seeing the results doesn't mean that you're not gaining the knowledge.
Right.
Right. And then now that you are knowledgeable about it, all you got to do is just communicate what you know.
I mean, every transaction, you learn something new. Like even myself, I learned something on every single transaction.
Right.
You're always growing. You're always evolving. It's just staying able to be coachable.
Right. Just because I know so many stories from you, like just from your past and growing up, talk to me about was there ever pressure on you to like become somebody? Because you're Asian,
Bro, I'm
bro.
Asian. Come on. Yeah.
Asian,
You're
and
Asian?
Indian.
Yeah.
You're double Asian, bro.
Yeah.
So what did that look like?
Yeah, my dad was successful as a business owner. My sister was going to Johns Hopkins. So my mom wanted me to be the best. I wasn't good at school, but she wanted me to work hard. I was the first person to go to college in my family.
Wow.
So there's a lot of pressure. But my mom always cares about grades, how I treat people. She never really cared on how much money I made. She'd always text me like, hey, Sonny, I saw this bad review on Zillow. Like, what happened there? It was never, hey, I saw you sell a bunch of houses. So she wanted me to be a good person first.
Wow.
I think that was really important in my career.
Wow. I saw this bad review, Sonny.
No, you didn't. That does happen.
No, so because like when I got started in real estate, bro, my mom laughed at me. She's like, nobody's gonna take you serious. Look at you. I'm like, damn. Thanks, mom. But she was also the person that's like, don't worry about your bills. Like,
Right.
go after it. Go
Right.
chase it. She let me borrow some money to pay my mortgage at that time. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's always that one person that kind of believes in you. Now that you're 500, 600 people
Yeah.
in your organization,
Yeah.
what has that done to you? Like, what has that done for you? What has that done to you?
It's like getting your first dog. Like you really grow up. You have to come home on time. You got to feed your dog. Like there's so much responsibility. We have to have our people win. And that's a lot of weight on my shoulders, right? So I had to really lower my ego. I had to grow up a lot, put my emotions aside because the agents come first. I think that's been why we're growing so much.
But why do it? Because I mean, you proven that you could sell, you could freaking,
Yeah.
you know.
I
But
love watching people grow. I think if I wanted to make more money, I would go out there and sell houses for sure.
yeah,
But I love when someone calls me and says, hey, man, I got my first house for, hey, man,
Yeah.
I took 2 listings last week. Like,
Yeah.
that is the best feeling for me.
yeah. People ask us that too. Like, what the hell are you still doing? I'm like, no, I enjoy it,
Yeah,
man.
man.
It gives me purpose,
For sure.
you know. And so I could see that in you. And yeah, we have all grown together, right? What is
yeah.
the plan for Rise?
Yeah.
Where do you see it going in the next few years?
We're going to be the number 1 team, I think, by the end of 2027. Our vision is eventually to take our company public, eventually sell it. But for now, we want all of our teams to win. We want to sell a bunch of houses. We want our agents to have their best years ever.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
Eventually, I mean, I feel like we're the only team that's actually growing at the speed that we're growing. Have you ever seen anything like this in the industry?
I haven't. No, we've almost 10x last year.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of our peers, a lot of my coaches have said they never seen anything like it before. I think we have the power of social media. We have the power of a lot of lead sources. We have the culture that's right now. So I think usually you see a team, they add like 4 or 5 agents a year. Like we're literally adding 100 a month sometimes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
It's kind of personal, but in this industry, like people always have something to say, right? And I'm sure from the other companies that you've gone, how do you use that to like not affect you and kind of just continue to like go forward?
Yeah, that was tough. I think when you're an agent, you're the GOAT, right? Everyone's buying you Laker tickets. They're taking you out to fancy dinners. Like you feel like you're the most special person in the room at all times. But then you become a team leader or broker owner and you're always hearing things about you that's not even true.
Mm-hmm.
I hear stuff every single day. But the goal is not for me. It's for the agents to grow. So if the vision's very clear, you just got to focus there.
Right. Because I think Eric and I, we wanted to start our own thing prior to joining Rise, but then it just made more sense for us to plug into something that's more powerful. Can you lean into that for other team leaders? Because maybe they want to start their own thing. They've kind of done with the transactional side of things. Like, is there room for them in a space? Maybe they only have a team of 4, right? Like, does Rise only focus on like big teams, or is like the little teams, do they have a place here too?
We look for the right partner first and foremost. And we look for someone that cares about their people. They want them to grow and they have the ability to coach and recruit. And if that's the right fit, then we're open to a conversation.
So even the smaller teams have a place for Rise.
Yeah, but I realize there's such a big difference between a team leader and a mega producer. Because a mega producer still has that ego. In order to be a team leader, you have to put people first. And people don't think about that stuff. If you look at the top teams across the country, that's what they do well.
Is because they put their ego aside?
Yeah, and they help coach their agents. They're helping them grow. They're handing them some leads sometimes and taking less just to help them get better.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, speaking to like the agent that may be doing a lot of production, thinking about starting their own team, what piece of advice would you give them to like, hey, look, this is how I started. This is where you should start.
Right.
Avoid my pitfalls. Here's how you do it.
The first question is you ask them, why do you want to start a team? And if the answer is to make more money, they're not the right person.
Yeah.
But I lost, what was the question?
What piece of advice would you offer to someone that's looking to grow a team, whether they're looking to plug into a model that works like Rise or just do their own thing?
It's a tough question. You have to be able to lead on a high level. You have to be able to recruit. Let's scratch this question. Next question.
Take it off.
Okay, so but why would a team leader? Why would it be? Because for us, it was a no-brainer.
Right.
We had no idea what the hell we were gonna do. We just knew we wanted to run a team, and we knew we could recruit. But why would somebody that already has the team, has the buy-in, join like a Rise? Is like for us, I was like, it was a no-brainer. Systems, leads, accountability, just a whatever, you know. But why would somebody do that?
I think it took a lot of time to figure that out. I mean, running a team is a lot more intricate than it sounds. You have to develop systems and find the lead sources and find the right vendors and do a P&L all the time. It's a lot of work. It's running a business.
Right.
I think we've been mega agents and we've just been really good at that, but it's a whole different skill set. You're now running an operation that people depend on you for.
This is facts. And I think that's been the biggest blessing with Rise is that there's certain things that we just don't have to deal with. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, go do what you're good at. Go motivate these agents. Go build a culture, and we'll take care of like the back end stuff for you as a team leader. Because you hear about these team leaders that are like 2 years in the game, not making money, don't have the support, and they're like, F it, I'm done.
If I could go back in time when I started my team, if I could find a system like this, I would have loved this because it took so much time and so much effort. And I had to feed my team with my own production to pay the bills.
Right.
I think if I had this set up with different ancillary incomes, it would have been a whole different process.
Yeah, so we've actually, as Rise has actually expanded to different states now.
Yeah.
So that and they're doing really good.
Yeah, they're killing it.
How did you know we were ready to go outside of our backyard?
You're never ready, but I think that we had people reach out to us that were open to an opportunity, and I love to grow, and it's fun to learn about different markets and finding the right people, but you're never ready for anything.
So where do you want to go next?
I want to go nationwide, baby. Come on.
Come on, man. That's Sonny, yo. That's Sonny. That is just to get Sonny to sit down for a second. You know, he's always thinking about us. He's thinking about the next step. He's always thinking about what's next for Rise, and we appreciate that. Let me ask you, where does this competitive like edge come from?
Yeah, I don't love to win. I just hate to lose. I think as a kid, I played basketball, football, track growing up, and I was around that culture, and I've been like that since I was a kid.
Right. Do you feel like going too fast is a disadvantage, or
There's
do
no
you
such thing as going too fast.
Damn. This is fact. There's no such thing as going too fast. And I think that's the reason why you and your partner, Chris, kind of complement each other
Yeah.
very well. How did you choose Chris as your partner?
Well, his wife was my first agent, and I think that building trust and loyalty is really big for me. So obviously we had, family friendship there, but he's amazing at systems. He's been with me since day one. I mean, he's the perfect partner for me because we have different skill sets. And I
Right.
think you need that in business.
Yeah.
I move really fast, and he can pick up the pieces when I need him to.
Right.
But he can also move just as fast.
Yeah, I've realized that I suck where Eric is strong at, and Eric sucks where I'm strong at.
So golf, basketball.
We know Eric is not athletic, you know.
Luckily for me, Arvin's good at everything.
He really is dancing, cooking.
Come on, man. Cooking.
I don't
Nothing
know.
he can't do.
I make good rice. Like I was born
Yeah.
making rice, bro.
I remember
Come
we
on,
were
dog.
dead broke. I went to Arvin's house in the morning. He's over there cooking rice for breakfast. I was like, all right, this is different.
Hey, you gonna eat.
Yeah, we're going to eat.
If it's rice and soy sauce, you gonna eat, bro.
Whoa.
I love that. Sonny, thank you for that. But let's kind of just pivot a little bit. You're known nationwide now. What has that done for like your brand?
It's cool to go to an event. We were just in Miami and people were stopping me in the hallways like, hey, I know you. I watch your videos. Like, I'm a big fan. I think that's really fun to hear. But it's really helped us grow as a team because we're getting referrals from out of state. Agents are joining us for different teams. It's been really helpful.
Yeah. And so why real?
We wanted to go cloud-based
Okay.
because we wanted to do an expansion team. You guys were our first team, but we didn't want to go and negotiate with an OP and be the stepchild and do all that. I think they give you the platform to grow really fast. I think that's the future because I think the brokerage model is definitely broken. I think the cloud-based model is definitely broken. I think we found a good in between because you need to pair the revenue share and the AI and the tech with culture and office space. You need to.
Right.
And
Why?
I think why?
Well,
Because-
revenue share helps with recruiting
From the agent standpoint or from a team standpoint?
from both.
I think from a team standpoint, I think you need to have culture and trainings and accountability.
Yeah, environment.
Environment. I think agents don't want to be treated like employees, but the ones that are, they're the ones that flourish and do the best.
Right.
I think from an agent standpoint, you want to be around your peers that are growing. You want to learn in person. Like Zooms are so hard. I think we got so accustomed to Zoom calls. I don't learn well from a Zoom call because I'm eating my cereal, I'm watching TV, I'm petting my dog, and I miss the whole entire thing. Right. But if I'm in person, like I have to take notes because they're looking at me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I hear that, bro. Go ahead.
Every time I have something good,
Hey.
bro, you just go.
Hey, this whole podcast is just me asking Sonny these
Come
deep
on.
You
questions.
don't want to answer my question.
Go ahead. Go
Go ahead, bro.
No, man. Go ahead, bro. I got the next one.
Go. Okay, can you tell me, Sonny? We Rio recently acquired Remax,
Let's go.
which is huge.
Huge.
But then EXP just acquired somebody else too. I think was it Next Home or something like that.
Yeah, they have about 5,000 agents
Okay, so why is the broker model dead?
because they're not making any money.
Why? But why aren't they making money?
Because if you look at everyone thinks brokerages make so much money. Let's say you're on an 80-20 split
Okay.
and the commission check is 10K. The brokerage makes 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. It doesn't really pay the bills because you have staff. You have to pay for leads. You have to pay for insurance. You have to pay for office space. Like it really adds up. You got to pay for events. But agents don't see that. They just keep asking for higher splits. But at the end of the day, the brokers don't make money unless they have other income streams.
And the brokerage model is like, I think they still have like a revenue share model, but it's called like profit share.
Yeah, I don't know what that is because it doesn't work. I think profit share, they take all the income at the end of the day but then they go buy stuff to support them, and then there's no like I was at KW, I never got a check. Did you?
No.
Yeah, I've never heard of anyone getting actual profit share checks.
Well, we've talked to some heavy hitters in the Keller Williams space. They have like 14, 15 cappers underneath them, but they don't make any money off of that.
Yeah, I don't know the model because I was at KW a few times. I never got a check, but I do know that with revenue share, you get your check on the 15th every month.
That's true. Yeah.
I think that's big to speak into because you used to own a Keller Williams, right? Out here in LA. And then you transitioned to a cloud base.
Right.
And that's just because you see the writing on the wall?
I thought the brokerage model was broken after seeing P&Ls and kind of looking behind the scenes. And I didn't want my agents and myself to go through a couple slow months where we only had one income stream, only the real estate sales. We needed other stuff. We needed revenue share. We needed ancillary business. We needed stocks. You know, we had the ability to go elite, which gets you an extra 16,000 in stock. So you need those things if you want to build a foundation. Otherwise, you're going to be doing real estate for 40 years and then think that's some flex when it's really not.
Yeah. One thing that I love about you and something that Arvin and I learned so much is you're a master recruiter.
Thank you.
Right? I know Chris coined it. You're the #1 recruiter in the nation.
I am.
This is fact.
What
Let's
is
go.
100%? And I agree. I testify to that. What is something that you could offer to the audience? Like what piece of advice, whether they're a broker owner, team owner, that could help them recruit agents to their business?
You need to help an agent solve their pain points, and you have to make it very clear on how you can help them. And you can't just start pitching them and reading your playbook. You have to ask them questions about themselves and open them up. It's like a listing appointment. If you just start talking to a seller and reading your page by page,
Oh, we're the best. We're #1. We do this.
The first question you ask is, what are you looking for in an agent? And then you base your presentation off of that. It's the same as recruiting.
Yeah. Would you mind sharing some of your questions you would ask on an agent interview looking to join Rise?
Yeah. So, what's most important to you? What are you looking for? How can we help?
And just let them go.
They'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What pain points do you have?
What pain points do you have?
Well, so how do you get them to just even come to interview? Are you just kind of shooting them a DM? Like, are you sliding in people's DMs?
That's all I do, man. I think
He's a DM slider or what?
I think agents should always be open to conversations because you don't know what else is out there.
Right.
But with the team like ours that everyone's producing pretty well, I think agents want to know what's going on over there because there's some secret sauce that's working for them.
Right.
And I think that once they see us, they meet us, they see the culture, it should be a no-brainer. Most teams and brokerages don't offer leads. And I think that's the #1 thing that agents want right now. They want at-bats, yeah.
Because it's slow. In a slower market, leads work.
We're in the era of things moving so fast. Like if you're on Amazon, you expect something at your front door tomorrow. Like agents want instant gratification.
Right.
They do. They don't want to cold call and door knock and do mega open houses. Like they want things coming right to them. And that's why Zillow's growing so big.
Right. You just recently launched a escrow company.
Yeah.
And then you also are dabbling now and you're launching, I think it's going to be one of the biggest things ever, which is your own mortgage company.
Yeah. Our own mortgage company.
That's right. Our own mortgage company. But why?
Because I think the future of real estate are really big teams, really big brokerages that control everything. Because you're already doing all the training, you're paying for all the marketing, you're driving all the business. It doesn't make sense to refer to a different escrow company or a different loan officer. It doesn't make any sense anymore. That model is broken.
Right. So you want to own those ancillary
you need
companies.
to own those companies if you want to be in business.
Yeah. Yeah, I've realized that too because agents just love you. They'll use whoever kind of you tell them to do, but we weren't benefiting from that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so now being able to not only solve people's issues, give them good products and good services.
So when I started this process, I was meeting all the CEOs of these really big mortgage companies in Newport Beach. And I've only been in Newport Beach a few times in my life, even though I grew up here. And I'm on yachts and like $50 million houses. And that's when I was like, okay, we're doing something wrong here, but we got to make some changes.
Yeah.
That's the game.
And so talk to me because somebody as competitive as you're not really in the game anymore as far as selling houses.
Right.
How hard was that for you to like transition from that to being like, you're the CEO of Rise? Like,
well, one, I didn't love selling houses. I grew a love for helping develop agents and growing. So it kind of just happened organically. But we had so much going on that I wasn't able to show houses or go on listing appointments. So it kind of just happened. I think in 2021, I was about 80% production. 2022 about 60%. It just kind of went down like that. But I still get calls every day to buy and sell houses, and I refer them to the team.
So you refer them to the team, you give other people at bats. But my question is like, was it hard for you to kind of just like scale away from that? Or
Oh,
just
absolutely.
I
I
remember you're a
remember.
control freak.
Oh,
bro.
yeah. I remember one of our first agents called me. He's like, dude, I just opened 3 escrows. And the first thing I thought was like, open 4. But then I got to take a step back. I'm like, okay, like that's not a good leadership. I got to be happy for him. And I was like, man, I'm so happy for you. He's still here to this day. But that feeling is the best feeling that I can have as an owner.
Yeah, you even went to changing the name because it was a Sunny Narang group.
Yeah.
Is that scalable if people use, because I see a lot of people use their names.
Yeah.
Is that scalable?
I don't think so. I think that when I was starting my team, I wrote down all the things I hated about my first team and all the things I loved about my first team. There was a bunch.
So good.
But the first thing I wrote down was that I hated being under someone's name because he took all the recognition. So then when I started my team, I'm like, why am I doing that to my people? That was the first thing that I wrote down.
Yeah.
So we went on ChatGPT, we researched, gave me some real estate names that are 4 letters, and Rise was the first one that popped up. I'm like, I really, really like that.
I really like Rise. I like
Yeah.
the logo. I like everything it
Same.
stands for. I think people now, before it's like, who's this new company?
Right.
But I think now people take Rise a little bit more serious because of the volume that we're doing. So if there is a team leader out there that's
Right.
kind of struggling, how do they get in contact with you to kind of join the Rise model? What does that look like? Do you guys cover some bills? Like, how does an expansion team happen?
Yeah, it depends on production, but we can definitely sit down and talk about who covers expenses, what lead sources we can bring, how we can bring you additional income. But everything is a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think that's important for people to see is like, dude, when we plugged into the Rise model, it was a partnership,
Right.
right? It didn't feel like this hierarchy. It was like, no, let's partner together to make
Right.
sure that this runs. And I think that's the misconception when it comes to teams, right? So, I mean, if you're looking and you're a team leader out there and you're struggling or you don't really feel like you have the systems dialed in, I really feel like the Rise culture and the Rise model is the future of real estate. I really do.
You need to take a look at your own business because if you're not struggling, I'm almost certain that most of your production is going to pay the bills.
Right.
And that's not running a team. That's running you with a bunch of assistants. If you want to run a business, you need to be able to scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that. So how do you know like what? So for us, like you just hired now a team leader for everybody. Like
I'm so hyped up.
right,
Yeah.
and then you also hired you hired a CFO, you also hired Tom, you also hired a broker. How do you know who to hire? Like how do you know that? Oh, should we need this?
I think obviously when you want to grow, you need help. You can't do it by yourself. And I think that getting people that have experience goes a long way. I made a big mistake recently where Tom gave me some advice. He used to be the president of Coldwell Banker. And he told me 6 months ago to do this. And I said, hey, I'm going to try it this way. And I tell my agents all the time, just listen to the mentors. We've done it before. And I didn't listen to my mentor. I'm like, oh, wow, that could have saved me 6 months of time.
Wow.
That's so good.
Yeah.
And with that there, I mean, we know real estate's sport.
Right.
Someone that's running a large team doing 1,500 sales a year.
Right.
What does your team look like outside just like the agents, as far as staff, listing coordinators, etc.?
I mean, you have a full operation. We have a CFO. We have a marketing team. We have a broker. We have listing coordinators. We got
Yeah, admin assistant.
plenty of admin assistants, plenty of partners and team leaders.
Over 20 VAs.
Yes. You need an
Marketing.
army.
Yeah. Your whole
People-
army.
People don't see that.
Yeah.
They don't see that. But I think the game is changing very fast. I think the army is slowly changing into AI, Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT. A lot of these brokerages, I was at a brokerage yesterday, they were talking about they cut their staff. And now they have a bunch of, virtual assistants and AI tools.
I know handling that. I know we just hired on an engineer,
Yeah.
right? And he's like the wizard of AI and stuff. So he's building out systems, but I see how important that is because it can kind of avoid a lot of stuff.
I think when you're a top producer, you don't believe that systems are important because you think that you can just pick up the phone and handle everything. But if you don't have systems, you're going to burn out someday, and you can't scale without systems.
Okay. You're just a high performer at the right. The moment you stop, your business stops.
Right.
You ever been in an interview where you're like, oh, this fool's not going to make it?
All the time.
Like an agent?
Yeah.
You ever say no?
I say no sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, if someone's super cocky or if they have a bad reputation or if they're rude, yeah, they're bad for culture.
Yeah. So when you look at somebody, you're like, this guy's not gonna make it. What would make you feel that way? This guy's not gonna.
They're negative. They don't want to come to team meetings. If the first question that they ask is the commission structure, I've never seen that work out. They end up leaving the team. They end up being a cancer to the team. They don't sell any houses. They end up getting another job. The first question should be, how do I get leads? Who can I learn from? Which open houses can I sit?
Yeah.
Who can I shadow? How
Great
can I be a
advice.
part of? How can I be part of the team?
Right.
I think that's phenomenal. On the opposite side of that, like when you sat down with somebody in your heart, like this person's going to do great.
Right.
What does that look like? What do you see in them?
Yeah. I love people that are really good at building rapport. I think if you can have a good conversation, if you've got a good personality, you'll do well with structure. I think the people that are really timid, like I was very timid when I started and I didn't sell a house for 6 months. I had to come out of my shell. So I'm looking for people, especially in LA, there's a lot of people in the industry. You just have to find the people that can work hard and use their personality with some structure. They'll do really well.
What would you say is your superhero? Like, what's your superpower when it comes to Rise?
I don't think I have any superpowers. I think I just work really hard and have really good partners. And I got blessed to do it at the right time.
Yeah. I think it was the right time because like I said, I haven't seen anything else like it, and I'm sure you get that a lot. And so I'm super glad and blessed that we got it first.
Yeah. No, I hear a lot of people tell me like, I love what you're doing. I want to be you someday. And I hope that that's true, but they should try to do it on themselves. They should try to be their own person. You should never try to mirror something exactly. You have to bring your own twist to it.
Right. Are you ever fearful that somebody's going to do that though?
They can't.
See?
They can't. I mean, it took so much time and money and getting set up and finding the right partners and my dog scratching the door, but it is so hard to build a company like this.
It's not for the weak, let me tell you.
No.
And if you're like Sonny said, if you're interested in this only for the money, this the team leader role or being a part of a team is not for.
No, I mean, I went from making 7 figures a year, working like 4 days a week, to making sometimes 0, working 8 days a week. Like, not many people are built for that. Luckily, I don't have kids, and my family doesn't live here, so I have a lot of time on my hands. Otherwise, most people can't do that.
Yeah, this is facts. Because Eric and I were like, man, we could just go flip a house real quick and do this. But it's not. It's who we're becoming.
Right.
Right. And
I mean, all of us, we really developed as leaders, I think. It's been so fun for all of us to watch each other grow.
right.
This guy especially over here.
Yeah, for sure. How do you keep your leaders engaged and how do you keep them happy?
I mean, I think you got to spend time with them. You have to lift them up. You have to check in with them. It can't always be about real estate. You got to spend time outside of real estate.
Yeah, like losing golf to
I'm
Eric.
not losing golf. Get this on camera. That has never happened. Never happened.
Sonny
Never
got
will
a
happen.
hole-in-one, real estate
Almost.
sports, bro. So, yeah. And then you have to have a nice jumper like me.
You do have a nice jumper.
Eric has no shot
No shot.
whatsoever.
2 left
What's
feet.
going on here?
But he was ranked in 8th grade, so we'll give you that.
Are you guys okay? You guys good? You teaming
We're
up over
good.
there
Yeah. Hand me the salt, bro.
now? So the other day we're in the car. I got a handful of agents in
Yeah.
there. Sonny calls me and we knock out like probably within 3 minutes on that phone call, 3 different problem solves.
Right.
So like for someone who's like a high performer, always getting things done, got tons of meetings, what does your day-to-day look like and how you operate on a high scale?
Yeah, so I perform really well in the mornings. So my hardest, most difficult things I try to do first because by the end of the day, I am just burnt. So if there's a big team that I'm going after or a big meeting, I try to do that first. And that made a huge difference. So I wake up pretty early around 5 o'clock. I get to the gym around 6:37, work out till 8, have some breakfast, walk my dog. I usually get to the office around 9:30 in the morning. I have a meeting. I'll give you yesterday's day. So yesterday at 9 o'clock, I went to a Zillow mastermind at a brokerage in Burbank. Then I went to our Hollywood Hills office. We did a buyer mastery course. I came here, I had an interview. I sent some emails. I made some phone calls on the way to our North Valley office at a mastermind. I have about an hour break every day. So when I have that, that's when I try to make my big important phone calls that I miss during the day.
Because of the hour that you have.
Yeah.
Literally, I get like an hour break.
Something that I noticed, like with people that are successful or running business on a high level is you think they would take forever to get back to you because they're in
Right.
meetings, but they actually respond really fast. That's something I always credit to you, bro. Like
Yeah. Quick.
even if you're doing something that's super important, requires your full attention,
Yeah.
you're always getting back to us, hey, I'll call you right back.
Yeah.
And you do.
Yeah.
Right? Like I admire that big time.
Every business owner and every CEO that I've worked with, they respond within 2 minutes. If you care about something or someone, you'll respond. You'll make time for them. If you don't care, that's when you get the delayed responses. I mean, we're all on our phones all day long. We've got Apple Watches. We've got, Meta glasses. Like, we're all looking at stuff. If you care, you'll respond.
Where does that come from? Well, like, is that just from experiencing other high performers?
It came from when I started real estate. We got leads, and I learned that if you don't answer the phone within 7 seconds, your conversion goes down by 400%. So I was drilled into my brain that I had to answer the phone right away. But I mean, I care a lot and I want to grow, and I honestly don't want to do this my whole life. I want 6 more years of going all in, and I want to be out. So that I'm giving it my all right now.
Let's talk about leads. You said something about leads, man. There are some agents that are like, man, these leads don't work.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Every lead works. It's just you need to find the right ones that are motivated, asking the right questions. I don't care if they're PPC, Facebook ads, Zillow, everything works. You just need to be consistent with your follow-up.
Yeah.
I just got a listing signed from some dude that I met on the airplane next to me. And that was a lead that I never thought would be a conversation, but he was saying an email, and I saw a Zillow link. I'm like, hey, what do you do? And he's like, I'm an attorney. I'm like, hey, I run a real estate company. I would love to talk to you. Like, he was a random dude that sat next to me on my flight that we got a listing from.
Wow. What was that listing price at?
1.4.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
See? I got a listing from a guy next to me from a freaking Laker game.
Who?
Well, I don't know his name, but it was his mom that was selling in Inglewood. And he just followed me on Instagram. So you just never know.
It's a contact sport. You got to always put yourself out there. You
Contact
never
sport.
know.
Contact sport.
You never
Real
know.
estate sports, man.
Sport. In
What-
the game.
What is Sonny's goal for the next 5 years? Family, marriage?
Yeah, I
What does that look
definitely want to
like?
get married. I definitely want to start a family. I want to keep traveling. I think my first 6 years in real estate, I never enjoyed life. I was always working 7 days a week, so I want to keep traveling. I want all of our teams to win. I want us to grow. And I want, like, 3 years from now that we're celebrating life with multiple houses, multiple cars. Our kids are going to private schools. Like, I want that for all of us.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as it doesn't require Sonny being on an airplane.
Yeah.
Because he'll never make it.
Every 5 minutes. So I see a lot of real estate agents. We talked about it.
Yeah.
You get a big commission check. What piece of advice would you offer them? Are you heavily invested? Do you have a plan to build like passive income so you are able to exit and retire?
If you're an agent, you got to set up an S corp as soon as possible. You have to keep a gas mileage log. You have to talk to your CPA once a quarter. You have to treat it like a business. Like, I was selling 8 to 10 homes a month, and then at the end of the year, I had no money. I mean, I was just blowing it. So you have to really keep track of everything.
Yeah. I think because it's very early on, like agents see the commission and then they go buying the Benz. Have you always been like, I feel like you are pretty frugal. Where does that come from? Is that the Asian in you?
It's the Indian in me.
The Indian.
Yeah.
Was your, because your
I'm
dad
not
was
really
successful.
drawn, man, to fancy things. Like, I don't really have designer clothes, or I've got like 3 pairs of sneakers. Like, that's been me my whole life.
Yeah.
I like to enjoy trips and stuff, but I enjoy experiences.
Yeah. That's important because I feel like there's a lot of agents that kind of are too boastful or braggadocious and then they get humbled real quick.
I just got my first Rolex last year.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And you've made millions of dollars in real estate.
I still don't love having one. It's just a conversation starter, but I think if I could go back in time, I would have traveled more for sure. I think that's what I look back in my life. Like, that was so much fun. I want to do more of that.
Traveling.
For
Now
sure.
you can travel with your kids.
Let's
man.
go.
And a wifey and a dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't get excited now.
That wasn't tailored to anybody, bro. But how do we land the plane here? Sonny's phone is ringing.
Yeah.
I want to check this price soon, Greg.
No, you're good. But we always ask our guests,
Yeah.
who would you consider your top 5 real estate Hall of Fame? Someone you look up to, you can know personally, someone might have mentored you, or someone you might not even know.
Yeah. I mean, the Wizard, Gary Keller, obviously, he was a great mentor to me. Tom Ferry, I've been in his ecosystem for years. I've been blessed to go to his house. I've been, I spoke at some of his events. Thanks.
Yeah, Arvin Garcia.
Cussimonio, Sharon.
This is a hard question
Yeah,
for
it is a hard
Sonny because
question,
he's
yeah.
like, man, nobody. It could be lending.
So ask that one more time.
Top 5 real estate Hall of Famers that you look at.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. No, I mean,
All right, I got you.
Yeah.
we're just going to continue it.
Yeah.
We always like to bring this segment in.
Yeah.
For our guests, who would you rank your top 5, not in any specific order,
Right.
real estate Hall of Fame that had a ton of influence on
Yeah.
your life, your business? Was that?
So starting at a local level, my first broker, I was with him for 6 years. I learned a lot from him. Then I went on to be at a KW, then switched to Equity Union. So the broker there, he was amazing. Gary Keller's the Wizard of Real Estate, Tom Ferry, and also Sharon.
Right. I would say about that whole list right there. You had the privilege to meet with them in person,
Yeah.
be mentored by essentially, like you said, the GOATs.
You need to have a coach. I don't care how many houses you sold. And I remember my 6th year, I was like, I don't need a coach. I'm selling this many homes a year. And my dad says, like, well, Kobe had a coach and Michael Jordan has a coach. Like, why don't you need a coach? I'm like, that does make a lot of sense. And I think that you can learn from their experiences. You can save so much time and money just by listening to what's working for other teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I am 100 times more coachable today than I was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me anything 5 years ago, but today I'll listen to everyone.
I feel like this is something that we continue to see on the podcast,
Yeah.
something that's very, very common with people that are super successful, is they're willing to put themselves in the right rooms, right? Like for you, for example, like the people you get to rub shoulders with,
Right.
Sharon,
Right.
go to Gary Keller's house, speak at Tom's events,
Right.
hopped on his podcast just
Right.
recently. Like there's so much value in that. And someone that's doing on such a high level, and you continue to pay for Jared's Tom Ferry coaching with
Right.
Jared. Yeah, like that's
You got to
great.
invest in yourself, man. It's
gotta
just
invest
really
yourself.
important.
Yeah.
You're your best in it,
Yeah.
isn't it?
For sure. And I think that's been the biggest like pain point is like there's a lot of agents that think it's easy, right? And they think that, oh, I don't have to invest. What about my splits? Yada, yada, yada. But coming from a place where we didn't make a lot of money, but we got the knowledge, that's why you need a coach. Even I have a coach. Eric has a coach.
I told Tom this story when I was golfing with him. My 2nd year in real estate, I had negative money in my bank account. And I had to borrow money from 2 of my friends to go to the Tom Ferry Summit. And it was like $1,200 because I wasn't a coaching client back then. I spent all my friends' money and my money to go there. And I learned so much. I took so many pages of notes. I came back and I was using things. And there was a mailer that I learned at his event. I sent that mailer out and I got 4 listings from it. I think my GCI was like 75,000 from it.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
From one event, from
one
borrowing
event.
money.
What's the
Yeah.
ROI on that?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's crazy, but I know myself. So when I went to the event, I didn't go party the night before. I sat in the first row and I took notes. So if I'm in the back, I'm leaving. I know myself. So if that's you guys sit in the front.
That's key for Sonny.
That's key for Sonny. Get him in the front.
Get him. So let's land the plane on this, man. Sonny, such a privilege, bro.
Thank you,
Bring
guys.
on the
Yeah, thanks so
podcast.
much.
Yeah,
We appreciate you just believing in us, believing in the
course.
vision, and kind of just being a great leader.
Thank you, guys.
Everything you say, you do, and we appreciate that. How can people find you?
I think they should find you guys. I think if you guys run a team, you should talk to them and see what they're doing and honestly get into it because these guys run one of the best teams I've ever seen in the country. They went from a couple agents to now close to 100. They're going to sell close to 600 houses this year. They've got different companies that they're running all within 2.5 years. So if you guys run a team, do yourself a favor, have a quick conversation with them.
Dang, quick plug. We'll put it, but he's being a little humble. You can follow us, but follow Sonny too. We'll put his Instagram up there. But this is episode 8 with the GOAT himself, Sonny
Thank you, guys.
Narang. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you got a lot from this content, from anything that we've done here, if you're a team leader looking, this is the right podcast for you. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Share it with somebody that you think will benefit from this. Sonny is running the biggest ecosystem. He's the top recruiter in the nation, guys. And so this guy is super knowledgeable in how you do that. So please find him. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out. Arvin Garcia. episode 8, Real Estate Sports.
It's in the game. Come
It's in
on.
the game.
Let's go.
RE Sports, baby. It's in the game. Sonny, thanks, bro.
Thank you guys.
Woo.